shoot. Mm-mm-mm. Can't hear. I can't hear.
That's because nobody can hear me.
I can't hear you. I was like, okay, is it me?
No, welcome everybody, and welcome to Let's Talk About It. We're here. We're excited. We're going to have a great discussion today. I'm here with my sis Carol.
Hey, sis.
So we are excited to have you. Hello, Dan. Thank you for tuning in. And I know you know that it is Black History Month, and not only just African Americans, but every single person on the planet of the earth should be excited for this month because there are so many inventions, apps, all types of technology that have been created by African Americans. And so it helps everyone. So I do want to thank everyone for tuning in. We appreciate all of your prayers, your likes, comments, and shares. Please keep those comments coming. And we especially want some comments today because I know Carol and I are not the only ones that are excited about this month. So we want some people on here commenting. Before we get started, do you have anything you want to add, Carol?
No, I'm just, like you said, so excited to be here. And the fact that, like you said, we've got so much that we're going to share about, and I'm sure there are other people who can make a contribution. And most of all, this month has Black history, but also it's about love, right? Happy Valentine's Day to everyone coming up tomorrow. So just a great month.
Awesome. So the title of our topic today is thank you. Thank you. You know, I am who I am because of something someone created, wrote, built, fought for, lost their lives over, was beaten down on behalf of, or worse. Thank you to all the men and women of African American descent who came before me and created a better world today. Someone sat down, someone stood up, someone marched or fought so that I could vote, work in an office, or attend a school where you get books on the first day of school. And you might say, what is she talking about? Well, I went to a school where it would be 5-6 weeks after school started before we ever got a book. So when I went to an integrated school and we got books on the first day, I was like, what? So thank you to Martin, Rosa, Megger, Ali, Thurgood, Katherine Johnson, and all of you who are sitting in heaven and smiling down because of you can see all the accomplishments that you made.
Absolutely. And like you said, we are here and we're standing on the shoulders of our forefathers and for mothers and people who, like you say, had gone before us and paved that way so we can really have that right. And even today, my prayer is that you and I are paving ways for our next generation to be able to stand and be able to know that there's been some contribution or some influence that we've all made, that they can look back and hopefully they'll be talking about us one of these days.
Yes.
Yes. So yeah. But anyway, well,
Oh,
no, go ahead.
so I want to give you a quick quote. It says, "My humanity is bound up in yours, for we can only be human together." And that was
Mhm.
from Desmond Tutu.
Ooh, I love
Yes.
him.
So again, tonight we will personally thank 4 individuals who have made a difference. We will highlight one person that you may know who has made a significant change, a difference, or broke barriers, and then someone who personally impacted our lives. So you may not know them, but they did make a very huge impression on us. So I'm going to go first here, and the we're going to start out with a person, famous African American. So, and if you can, as I'm talking, if you think of who it is, go ahead and put it in the chat. If you have someone you want to highlight, put it in the chat. But the person I will highlight, you may not view as a hero. However, in my eyes, he is. He had to overcome a lot to sit in his place of prestige. It was not an easy job by no means. However, he did it not once, but twice. He won his place in a place where an African American had never sat before. He sat in that place making mountainous decisions without being curt, boastful, or know it all. I'm sure all his decisions were not the best, but they were honest decisions wrought by research, facts, critical thinking, analysis, and good old common sense. In 8 years, you did not read any scandalous exploits about him or anyone in his family. There were no skeletons that jumped out of the closet. His wife was not only beautiful, but highly educated, innovative, and resourceful. She attended affairs with, besides, and in representation of her husband without flaw, disregard, or embarrassment. Always a lady. He and his wife, though they were busy running the affairs of the United States, were able to raise 2 little girls into beautiful, intelligent, non-scandalous young ladies. He stands out because they said he wouldn't make it. He is one that stood as making it against all odds. You see, he is biracial for one thing. His mom and dad were divorced. He had a single mom. His mom sent him to be raised by his grandparents. He left his home state to come to the United States to attend school. Some think all those things are against a person, that they cannot succeed, but God. And thank you to all those people we said thank you to tonight. He made it as the first African American president of the United States, winning in a fair and equitable race and serving for 2 consecutive terms. He completed his tenure, and he and his family exited the White House with their heads and dignity held high. Thank you, former President Barack Hussein Obama.
Wow. 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 Well, sis, I'm not going to leave them in suspense because I am just so excited to talk about this person. And I don't know, well, I'm sure everybody will know her, but she is from she's a preacher's daughter. So she has gone from being a reverend's daughter to being a Democratic senator. And I'm just going to tell you who it is. I'm not going to keep anybody in suspense, but she is Representative Jasmine Crockett, a fierce congresswoman from the state of Texas, and I love her. Born on my birthday, I must admit that was exciting to find out. Born March the 29th, 1981, but she is a lawyer, a politician, and Crockett is, like I said, currently a part of the Democratic Congressional Progressive Caucus. She is 43 years old, born in St. Louis, Missouri, for anybody in St. Louis. And her office now is a United States Representative since 2023. She also attended, she attended, her school was Rhodes College in 2003, where she received her Bachelor's of Arts in Business Administration. But later, she came to Texas and she attended the University of Houston Law Center in 2006. Well, recently, she was not only elected once, but she was re-elected for her district, and her district really consists of um the Texas 30th congressional district since January 2023, and as a member of the Democratic Party, her district covers, which this won't mean very much to everybody, but it covers South Dallas County, Central Dallas. Some of you will be familiar with Dallas Love Field. You might have flown in and out of Dallas through there, and part of Tarrant County, which is kind of part of Fort Worth. So she is a member of the Texas House of Representatives from the 100th District. Like I said, she first started out being a public defender in Bowie County, Texas, and she owns her own private law firm. But what I love about this, interestingly, to find out, Jasmine Crockett was originally going to school, going to pursue her college education. She had planned to become an anesthesiologist or a certified public accountant before deciding to go to law school. But she changed her career due to experiencing a series of hate crimes, and so she was represented by Cochran Law Firm. But Crockett took that same passion that led her into becoming a lawyer. That is what I see with her. If you ever watched her on the floor, I love her because they always refer to her as Congresswoman Jasmine from Texas. So they from Texas. And so, but also she is adamant about what she took the position to represent the people in her district. And as I watch her call everybody out in the Congress for what is right, she knows the law. She, like I said, she's got a degree and she's a lawyer. She has a degree and she's a lawyer, not just not there based on not being qualified. She makes reference to that. Very qualified, went to school, all of that. But when she stands up, it seems like they say, she is fierce. She bar none. She stops and tell them exactly what she needs to tell them. But you can see her passion fighting for the people that she represents. And that's what she reminds them of. We are here representing the people that we're supposed to be serving. And so, and she was also addressed the 2024 Democratic National Convention and referenced the incident when comparing Democratic presidential nominee Kamala Harris. And so she was a representative there. And she, like I said, she won a second term in the House because she's represented our district in Texas so well. So I'm proud to talk about Congressman Jasmine Crockett from Texas. And so She's also a member of the caucus membership, where she's been Congressionally Black Caucus, the Congressional Equity Caucus, Congressional Caucus for Equal Rights. So she's had a long list of and I think one thing that I found out that when she got her law degree, she was always ready to represent those people, even without money. She was pro
Mm.
bono for those people. And so I just wanted to talk about Congressman Jasmine Crockett. If you don't know her, you should watch her in action, because I think she has the respect. Now, they may not respect her because she calls people out and tell the truth, but she is representing us in Texas and doing it very well.
Awesome.
Congressman Jasmine Crockett.
Yeah, she sounds like a pistol, as
Unknown.
they would say.
She's a pistol. That's what I love about her. She, like they say, she bar nuns. She is definitely, I pray for her because she really is very outspoken, and so we really have to keep her in prayer too, because she stands up for what's right. So anyway.
That's good. Well, thank you. If you've just joined us, our topic is thank you, because we want to thank the men and women that have gone before us, those that have and are making a difference for our world to be a better place, some role models for us. And so we wanted to take the time out during Black History Month to thank some of those individuals. So thank you for joining us. And I see Dan, Sean, and Lenora, Yvonne. Hey, we would love for you to put in the chat someone that you admire or someone that stands out to you. It can be someone that personally touched you in your life as a mentor or teacher, coach, or whatever. But we would love to see your comments. I have another quote, and I don't know why, but I had never heard this one before. It says, obstacles don't have to stop you.
Mm-hmm.
If you run into a wall, don't turn around and give up. Figure out how to climb it, go through it, or work around it. And that is from Michael Jordan. And everybody knows Mike.
Everybody.
But that's right. I believe that to be so true. You can overcome all those obstacles to build your best life. So we are going to continue here. But again, we would love, love, love to hear from you. So then I'm going to go ahead and talk about someone that I'm pretty sure you don't know, but someone who really influenced me coming up. Because my family was small. We only had basically females in our family. We didn't have much, but my mom didn't play the radio. But, certain things she would, put her foot down and she would just say it cut and dry. This is the story, no niceties to it or explanations. This is what I say. This is what you do. But I ran into a teacher, and to me, she's a teacher among teachers, or she was. And I'm sure that we have some teachers, educators of this caliber today. I know we have to, because I have run into some great young people. But this teacher was outstanding. And what I guess I want to say is, when I look at educators, they're not all in it for the same reason. And as she was outstanding, some people are in it because they're outstanding. They have the skills to be educators. Some are in it just for the check. Some can't wait to hear the last bell ring. There are some that goes above and beyond, spending their own money, getting school supplies and extra things for the kids. There are some that goes beyond the educational piece to teach different things. And then you have those that, the kids, they don't know what to do. They don't know whether I better do my work or I'm scared to move, because this person that stands in front of them, they can tell that there's no cutting the corners of anything. They mean what they say what they mean, and you're gonna get it or you out of there. Well, my sixth grade teacher, she was no joke. She was tall, she barely smiled, and most people were scared of her because I was. And see, when I went to school, not only could your parents tear your butt up, your neighbors could tear your butt up, but your teachers could tear your butt up. And
Everybody.
yes, Lord. And my teacher, she had, I called it, I said it always, I always said it looked like an old fan belt. And she had a strap, it was black rubber, it was thick. She would tear your butt up. But I liked her because although she was, a lot of people looked at her and she was mean. They would say, oh, she's so mean, she's harsh. But she was just strict about what she was doing. She wanted us to get the best education possible. And she also wanted us to learn how to act when we went out in public or when we were anywhere. She wanted us to know how we were supposed to talk, how we were supposed to act, whatever. So she would tell the young ladies, because when we were in sixth grade, some of them were, as they used to say back in the day, smelling themselves. So she would, tell us, y'all put on airs, y'all walk in a room and nobody can hear anything coming out your mouth. You need to speak. Nobody thinks you so cute. And she would just tell us all these things. But the thing that really put, I guess made an impact on me was teaching us how to act. And then she was the one that said, let me tell you something. Don't walk out the house with hair rollers in your hair. Don't walk out the house with bedroom shoes on your feet. Bedroom shoes are for the bedroom, and hair rollers are for the house. And she was just adamant about that. And I listened, and I never will forget. I got in so much trouble. I got home one day. My mom had rolled my hair, and she told me to go to the store. And I was like, I can't go to the store. She was like, you gonna get your butt out of here. I said, but I can't. I'm not gonna say what she said, but she was like, what? I told you to go. I said, I can't go with these roses in my hair. And I was like, I wasn't going anywhere. I was crying. No, she said no. And that's what she meant. She said, we're not supposed to do that. And I would not do it. And from that day to this, I got to look a certain kind of way. If I walk out the door, I don't care if I'm going to the corner store, where I'm going. I'm going to look a certain type way. But she just really, really instilled in me, when you go to school to get an education, it's up to the individuals to listen. It is up to the parents, and I'll always take that child's point of view to find out what really happened, to have that conversation with child and teacher, and to teach you about life, because not every child gets that at home. So she was just an excellent teacher. Yes, I was afraid of her, but I loved her. And she's just someone that I wish that I had taken the time to find her when I got to be an adult, to go back and let her know how much she meant to me, in my earlier years. And she's made an impact on me being an adult. So.
Wow. She sounds like a great person, a great teacher. And so, well, I started trying, it's been years, but I started trying to go back through one teacher. But we lived in what we call West Dallas. It wasn't the most affluent area. And I was raised in the West Dallas projects. And so it's just amazing as I began to reflect on this, because I thought about it. We had a community, whether you lived in the projects, on the other side of the projects, left or right. We had homes on the Singleton side and homes on another part of Singleton. But anyway, we we all came together in a community, and it's just amazing. I was talking to one of my high school friends today, and so one teacher, and I want to just highlight several of them. I'm not going to say a whole bunch about them because it was such a community. But I think Miss Thompson, cannot think of her first name, but she was our home economics teacher. And so in this home economics class, you had to also work on budgeting. And I never forget, if we were going to cook anything, we had to write out our menus and begin to look at prices. And so we did that. But I never forget that she decided that I was the only person that could go to the grocery store to get the items that we need to do our labs, whenever all the classes had to do the labs. But I was the one that she entrusted to go up there, and because we had an open account, make sure that we got everything we needed. And then I loved her because she'd always say, now make sure you get something you want. But I had to watch over the budget, but I could get what I want. But anyway, that she impacted my life because she would, I believe she's the one used to tell us, pretty is what pretty does. Okay. So Miss Tom, I want to highlight her. And then as I got high school, I believe this was high school, my high school homeroom teacher and my typing teacher was Miss Betty Davis. Actually, she came to my first wedding. And yes, but anyway, like I said, such a community of people that would impact our lives. And I mean, because I can type because of her, and I understood some business things because of her. But also, like I said, they had other teachers, and I'll forget, this guy never taught me but community. He was a social studies teacher. Now my senior year, I was just like, I'm having fun. I know I'm past everything. And so he stopped me one day and he was like, now, Carol, what are you going to do? Are you going to go to college? Well, at that time, my high school sweetheart, who I married, had my son by, I was like, honey, I'm just going to become Mrs. Joe Bowden. That's what my goal is. And he was like, no, you need to get an education. So I remember, out of 3 years out of college, I remember what he said. He's like, you got so much potential. You run around here like you're just so carefree. What kind of grace you got? I saw my report card. He was like, girl, you need to be doing something with your life. But anyway, I'm grateful for him, and I can't remember his name. But the last person that I want to highlight is, everybody in the whole school loved our choir teacher, Mr. Hicks. And Mr. Hicks would, I mean, I didn't never know I could sing till I got in the Mr. Hicks group. And he was like, you're a second soprano. You don't need to be screaming up to the top of your voice. You need to bring it back down because you are. And that's when I realized I was a second soprano. So and Mr. Hicks could sing, but I remember one program he had everybody, freshmen till our senior year, singing this song. When you walk through a storm, keep your chin up high and don't be afraid of the dark. And at the end of a storm is a golden sky and the sweet silver song of a lark. Walk on through the wind, walk on through the rain, though your dreams be tossed and blown. But walk on with hope in your heart, and you will never walk alone. You will never walk alone. Mr. Hicks. All of these people are from LG Pinkston High School and Sequoia Junior High School, a community of teachers who we respected, and it was like we just respected them because of who they were to us, but they were also in a place where they could relate to us as where we were. So it was such a mutual respect and a community of respect. And I'm excited to say something about each one of those persons that have clearly impacted my life. It might not have been a whole, it was little bit by little bit, the community made up that, where they encouraged us, whether we were in their classes or not. They were just able to influence us. And I'm grateful for those people who I can remember after being out of high school a long time. that I can remember that they made such a great impact. And like I said, we were from a poverty kind of community, but they respected our parents. You know, they encouraged our parents and encouraged us. And so grateful to talk about them tonight.
Well, thank you so much. And thank you to all our educators. Thank you, Sean, for sharing with us. Miss Elizabeth Thornton. And who was the other person you had? Jerome Knowles, Governor General Cynthia Pratt. Thank you so much for sharing. But it's just amazing, all of the talent. And, that's why, we have the 7th grade homeroom teacher. All right. Miss Helen Miller. All
right. That's what I'm talking about.
Miss Carol Crockett, I'm sure you were one of those great educators.
Thank you.
Seemed like we were like, everybody would want, oh, and Miss, who are you then? Both last name? I mean, both last names. So I was going to say Miss Bowden, but I didn't know if I was supposed to say Miss.
That's fine. Yeah, Miss Bowden back then. So yeah, it's great to see those students come back and say, you used to always just get on us in math, and I was just always mad at you. But I always tell them, you may be mad now, but when you come back tomorrow, we're gonna be okay. When I see you in the hall the next period, it's gonna be okay. Because I told them I would have forgotten we had this spat, so don't bring it back in here to me to the next day. Yeah. Let it go. Yeah. So thank you so much. Yeah.
Yeah, Sister Flower says she sang that song, and then I sang that in 7th grade chorus as well. So I guess that was the song, but it was so pretty.
Was the song. I'm telling you, and when you listen to the words, you can look back and say, it means a lot. But yeah, we thought about him today. Most of these people are deceased, but they impacted my life. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. So thank y'all so much for participating with us as we thank some people, but we really thank everyone that has made a difference in our lives. And like I can say, I've lived through some of the ugly stuff and see where I've come, and we got some more work to do. So I really appreciate it because, I've been in the school first year integration, and so it wasn't so pretty. But hey, I made it because I was there to get my education, so I made it. It was all good.
Right. Yeah. Walk on through the storm, huh?
Hey, yes, it did.
Walk on through the storm. Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So thank y'all for tuning in. And Saturday, we're going to have our Moms on a Mission, Raising Sons for Success is our second session. We have Jocelyn Charles, Brittany Clark, Tanya Presley, and myself. We're going to be talking about don't send mixed signals. Send mixed signals. So you got to check us out, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. That's a.m. and 8:30 Central Standard Time. And I think, are you on next month, Carol, or April?
I'm on next month. Yes.
All right.
Yeah, yes. I'm on next month. Yeah.
So we are Moms on a Mission. And so we are excited to be on and talk about this topic. So please plan on joining us. And we really appreciate you tuning in tonight. And like I said, I don't know if you enjoyed it, but I sure did. But I hope you share it with someone. Because I don't know how much of this gets taught in school today. Mm-hmm. So it would be great to share it with someone, give them the opportunity.
Mm-hmm. Maybe they will value and appreciate their teachers too.
Yes, because I know they can make a difference. Because I remember when I started working on my AA degree, I had to take remedial courses, and I never was all that in math, and I was like, oh, I'm not gonna make it. But I made all A's in math, but I had the best teacher, Miss Evelyn Lingham. Oh, she just made it seem so simple. So
Yeah.
You can do it. You got to
You
put the
can
work in.
do.
Got to put the work in.
But you gotta put the work in, and you gotta show that you are interested, and we all have to make the effort, like you say, and put the work in. We just can't expect people to give it to us for nothing. And amazing when I think about the community, they knew we were putting in the work, but they were putting in the work as well. So it was like twofold. So everybody has a part to do, and we all have to be responsible enough to do our part, teachers and students. And whether you're going to be a political person or not, you got to be willing to work, because all of these people, President Obama didn't just wake up and become president of the United States, right?
That's right.
And neither did my little Jasmine Crockett wake up. There's work that they had to put in, levels and steps that they had to go, things that they had to endure, even to get there. So the road may not be easy, but you have to keep pressing on, anyway.
Most
Pursue
definitely.
it. Hmm. Yeah.
Yes. So thank you, everyone. I hope you can tune in on Saturday morning. Check us out. If you are out and about or busy, you can always get it on the rewind. So check that out. And please, if you have not already done so, please subscribe to my YouTube page, which is Build Your Best Life with Deborah D. Smith. I would appreciate that as well. So remember, building your best life is our business. That's not a slogan, it's our commitment. I love you. Be blessed. Stay safe. I'll be looking for you Saturday. If not Saturday, I'll see you for Blueprint for Success on Tuesday. All right. See you, sis.
Bye-bye. Have a good one.
You too.
And all right. Bye-bye. Happy Valentine's Day.